Hello everybody, how are you all doing tonight? It's now about 8:30. It's Wednesday, January 31st. It's near the end of the month right now, and we're going to talk about XVG because I feel that this is going to be a very good long-term coin to be holding. Let me just have a sip of my coffee here. If you guys love these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you guys upvote it on Steam as well. And please like, subscribe, and share it to all this stuff as well on YouTube and on Twitter. And if you guys especially want to let me know I'm doing an awesome job, buy me a beer for Luna and I. And, you know, it goes straight to pretty much her cryptocurrency piggy bank, just for emergency bills, etc. down the road. But don't ever feel obligated, guys. Someone told me I should probably say this at the beginning of every video, you know, so I guess here I am. Yeah, anyways, I had a lot of coffee today. I feel really good. I want to talk about Iota first of all, okay? I want to talk about Iota, and I want to show you guys a really cool pattern that formed with Iota. But firstly, let me show you guys the call that I made with Iota first, okay? This is the call that I made with Iota, and I want to talk about why I made it back in October, November there, okay? It started to wedge into here. I saw a very good risk to reward ratio, and I pretty much nailed all the targets until I stopped doing TA on it, all the way up to it. You guys know how crazy people thought I was when I called out $1 for Iota? No, really. Think back for a moment, guys. Think back with me in time, and if you guys saw Iota, which was at 30 cents, literally 30 cents, we're talking back on November 2nd, okay? And then I projected $1.01, and then my next target was even higher. It was something like, I think $1.45 for the next wave there. What would you guys have thought if someone actually said that Iota, when it was 30 cents, was going to hit $1 again soon, and also hit possibly like $1.50, $2 range? You guys would have thought that technical analyst was crazy, right? Come on, let's admit it here for a second, okay? You guys would have thought that it was crazy, right? If you guys saw this as well, I want to point out some things. What would you guys have thought if you saw this Litecoin projection back then, where I said to buy it between $57 to $63 right there, and I projected $177? Ignore the time frame. What would you guys have thought about a technical analyst who said Litecoin's going to go to $177? You guys probably would have thought he was crazy, right? Now, another thing, okay? What would you guys have thought if, you know, Bitcoin Cash, when I projected it to get to $2,800, when it was literally, it was like $1,400? Yeah, you guys probably would have thought the exact same thing. What would you have thought when just people in general, I suggested to buy Ethereum between 292 and 315, guys? Really, and I projected 788 before I stopped doing TA on it. You guys probably would have thought that that was pretty crazy as well, right? What I'm getting to is that we are often very surprised by how bullish the cryptocurrency market is, and we lose sight of one of the most important skills that we need to always muster up and practice, and that skill would be patience, okay? So, and all of these projections that I have done in the past few months, for as long as you guys have known me, some of them were pretty far-fetched, but the fact is, they were, majority of it, long-term, were all nailed. I don't think I've ever made a really bad prediction yet, right? Because I make sure, this is not talking myself up. Don't get me wrong. Don't take it the wrong way, please, okay? This is pointing out the fact that this market is so bullish, guys. And I firmly believe that this year and next year, okay, it will be the most bullish market in the history of mankind, and there's not a single thing anyone can do about it, regardless of the FUD attempt, regardless of if it's regulations trying to step in, right? Regardless of if it's investment banks that are causing FUD, regardless of if they try to censor it, no, nothing is going to stop blockchain technology. We need to understand the fundamental driving force of these outside factors that are trying to influence crypto. And we have to accept the fact that it's fear. We need to fear the unknown, right? And that's how investment banks feel, especially. Anything that can challenge their authority, their monopoly, to create an oligopolized economy instead, or market instead. Of course, for example, Swift, okay? Swift swell conference there. Look at XRP jumping up to 300 or $3.30 from a quarter. So we need to acknowledge that that, guys, crypto has been, I can't even count how many FUD attempts that I have seen and heard in my entire crypto career, okay? I want to show you guys something as well. Like, let's be real here for a moment, okay? Now, I know that you guys probably don't even know about any of this back then, okay? Because you guys might not have been around for back then. I'm going to tell you guys some of the stories, okay? Do you guys know that Poloniex, before, they went through this insolvency issue as well, okay? Poloniex, that is right. Rumors of insolvency. Poloniex is hemorrhaging customers, guys. Everyone was saying that Poloniex was going to be shut down, right? Owners on the run soon. This is back in July, guys. This is 7 months ago. We got the exact same FUD, I think, with bitfinex. It's not going to bother me, guys, as someone who's pretty experienced in the market, and I've seen everything, okay? I'm the kind of guy that used to mine Digibyte and used to get like 200,000 coins a day mining Digibyte with video cards. I used to mine Ethereum with 2 gigabyte DAG size video cards with like HD 7950s, 7970s, R9 280 video cards, you know. I used to even mine Ethereum on R9 270 video cards way back in the day. Like, so I've seen a lot of things happen in the Bitcoin world in general, fundamentally. I'm not scared one bit, guys, of this bitfinex issue. If you guys were around during the Poloniex days of everyone saying they might be insolvent, there's no difference than what's going on right now. What I'm trying to get to, once again, is how resilient we are to a long-term bear market, okay? I mean, you think of I don't know, you think of the economic crisis, right? In 2008, we recovered pretty quickly, guys, very quickly. Now, crypto, you need to believe in the technology, and you need to understand that it is here to stay, okay? And we need to find signs of things that make sense fundamentally and especially technically, because that's what I am, a technical trader. Guys, when I saw Iota, I made this play along with many other calls that we're going to get some crazy numbers. So imagine for a second if you guys just saw where I said, and anyone said 30 cents, buy it. It's going to go up to $1 or something. You guys would have just shaken your head and been like, what is this guy on right now, right? Well, I'm just giving you guys a real life example of of stuff that happens, okay? So what we notice about Iota specifically is how it wedges, just like this, right? We all agree it wedges like this right here, where this is wave 1 and that is wave 2. Now let's go to XVG. Now I need to talk a little bit about privacy coins, okay? I'm not going to talk a lot about it fundamentally, but I hope you guys know that privacy coins right now is going to be one of the hottest topics. It's going to create a storm in 2018, okay? XVG, go check it out fundamentally. I'm not really one to talk about fundamentals in my channel because I believe that you guys probably know 5 times more than I do, 20 times more than I do fundamentally, right? And I count on you guys for a lot of this type of news that I follow on my Twitter. But fundamentally, guys, XVG is a hot contender right now for privacy, and there's no exception out there right now for a coin that's competing with XVG. Now, take a look at this chart, guys. We see 5 beautiful subwaves going up like that. Is this Iota or XVG? Right? If I covered this side right here, and I just said, like, right here, is this Iota or XVG? You guys wouldn't even know based on the chart because of how it looks, right? So now, every time I see this kind of pattern, guys, I'm going to show you how I projected a lot of this as well. I didn't trade it back then, don't get me wrong, okay? So I'm going to show you guys, though, how easy it was to play, how easy it is to play some coins in general, all right? Let's go over this right here. First of all, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go over this first, okay? I want to show you guys Elliott wave that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a small scale, we get an ABC. And guess what, guys? This actually makes waves 1 and 2 of a larger degree. And this makes a 3 somewhere up there, and a 4, and a 5. And guess what, guys? On a larger degree as well, this actually will make an ABC like this, right? ABC. And guess what? this actually makes waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that now, right? Does that make sense? Like that. And then after that, guess what that makes? That makes an ABC as well. So what I'm trying to say is that there are fractals and there are subwaves within waves, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I remember charting all of this for things like Ethereum, for like Bitcoin back in the day as well. That all of this is now 1, and that's 2, and it makes an even bigger picture, and it just keeps going, and it just keeps going, and going, and going, and going. And of course, market failure can happen where it can completely get to 0, but we're just going to assume and be positive and optimistic that this is going to be a very bull market in general over the next few years. We need to understand that in any market cycle, of course, there's going to be a short-term bear trend, right? Corrections must happen. I mean, we did go from $700 to $20,000 in the span of 10 months, guys. So think of this as a very healthy correction for everything to happen in the market right now. Think of it as running very fast. Now we need to take a small break, all right? We have to take a very, very small break so we can run even more. And that's how I see it right now in the market. So I'm incredibly optimistic right now. So now I'm going to go to the daily chart and zoom in here, okay? So I'm going to talk about this right here first. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Let's talk about Fibonacci extension. Now, I'm going to introduce to you guys the concept of Fibonacci extensions, and we're going to apply it to a bigger degree as well. If it works on a small degree, it will work on a large degree as well. So after this wave forms right there, you say to yourself, where the heck can I buy? And the best place to buy is, of course, the 618 Fibonacci level, and you just assume bullishness. So you assume a bullishness and you just buy right here. Check it out. Cool. Awesome. Hit target right in there, right? You got your limit order filled. Now it's going up, and you say to yourself, where the heck can I possibly sell it? Well, what you do is you take Fibonacci extension. You assume that wave 3 is often the longest and actually never the shortest, okay? You assume that wave 3 is going to be longer than a 1-to-1 extension. Like that. Okay. And then after that, you assume the next wave 5 will be possibly right here. So you can go for 2 targets depending on where you are, right? And let's see if this will actually hit it. Interesting. What do you guys think? Perfect, right? It hit it. It hit it for wave 3. Awesome right there. So because wave 3 hit there, now I'll show you guys what we're going to do right after that. Now we're going to assume the exact same thing. We want to buy between 0.5, 618, and we might also want to make note, right? We want to make note of something above this line right here. And we also want to make note, maybe between even the 382 region as well. So let's take a Fibonacci extension after we've taken target at a 1-to-1 and or a 161.8. Now we take our Fibonacci extension right here, and then we just do the exact same thing pretty much and hope that our limits get filled, right? And surely enough, it would have been filled for a very smaller amount with the wick only right there, right? Agreed? That you guys would have got it filled, and you might have even looked for a little bit of a different area as well, a little bit higher, maybe there. But surely enough, that hit. And then we say to ourselves, if this wave 3 hit 161.8, is it possible for it to hit, 261.8? A little bit higher than it? And then after we got our limit order filled in between wave 3 there, we'd say, hey, is this possible right here to get filled? And let's see. Of course, you guys would have sold it easily. This would have been a long shot, closing it way up there, right? That would have taken a lot of strength to hold it for that long, right? Because you guys would have been super duper oversold already, or overbought already back there. So if we say to ourselves that this Fibonacci extension can easily work out, we follow a few rules, such as wave 1 is often the longest, or sorry, wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest, right? Now we say to ourselves, if we do Fibonacci extension right now, we'll take a 1-to-1 ratio, first of all, in here. We'll take a 1-to-1 ratio for about right there, okay? That it'll meet there at least, slightly higher than it. And then we'll also take another extension ratio to about 1.618. And clearly we can see that wave 3 can actually hit 3,000 Satoshi, and also up here can possibly hit about 3,800 Satoshi for a possible 465% gain long term. And we also make note of this shape right here as well, right? We make note of this shape that's happening in here. And what do you guys see? You guys see a very beautiful wedge, just like Iota forming as well. Now, where's the buy zone? Well, there's many different buy zones, but the best place would be upon breakout. So I don't really know exactly where the best buy zone is right now, but my guess for one of the best buy zones will most likely be, for a long-term investor perspective, basically anywhere between 585 to 675, around there. Basically around these regions right over here, where we got like a long wick, and even we got a long wick in here. Check it out, right? So we got a massive wick in here as well, wicks in here as well, so we can almost assume that we're finding support and it's actually wedging in here already, right? Interesting, right? This is the 100 moving average. That's just about to bounce off of it, I'm guessing. Yes, the volume is dying, but so what's important to do is look for the volume over the next few days, right? And now this goes all the way to about January 28. Now we also have to make note of the lower region. So if we go from body to body, we get this. If we go from wick to wick, we get this, okay? So don't get me wrong, we can actually still get a slight correction as well, right? Might even be somewhere down there. So I will be tweeting about this and following it very well, because it is one of the coins that I am extremely interested in holding. I will be looking for an entry when the volume picks up a little bit. Not yet, guys. This is a long-term hold, and there's no rush to get in, right? We want to get into a fairly decent position long-term, but right now is not quite the time yet. So what I would recommend to people is to keep an eye, guys. Keep an eye. Keep an eye under 7,000 Satoshi especially. Keep an eye on it, and especially above 5,000. So my entry price will be anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000 Satoshi. Now, I don't know exactly where I'll be entering yet, because we don't really have a definitive area yet, okay? I will have a definitive area when a daily candle closes above this green line, okay? Either that, or maybe I'll buy it when it gets closer to 5,000. But this is a very long-term hold, guys. Now, how did I extrapolate all of this information, okay? How did I extrapolate this? Do you guys want to know? Let's talk about it right now. The way I extrapolated this information was the same thing that I showed you guys using the very small subwaves. I take Fibonacci extension like that here as well, okay? Now my first target is literally the 61.8 Fibonacci extension level. Second target is slightly between 100 and 161.8. And the third one is slightly above 161.8 level. And that's how I've always done my extensions. And I've proven so many times already that they nail it, and they highly exceed it, which is crazy, right? So am I also crazy for thinking that it's going to hit these targets long term? Yeah, I am a little bit, right? But then we relate it to every other coin as well that has pretty much highly exceeded our expectations, as I've demonstrated. So we have to make sure that we test our patience, and we extremely much so exercise these skills of being patient. You want to be a good investor, you got to have really strong discipline and routine, and also strong preservation skills as well, right? You have to make sure you know how to control your emotions, and also be extremely patient. Now, don't get me wrong, it could completely fail, guys. It could completely fail, this subwave, right? And then we might get an extended correction just somewhere there. But if that happens, I really do believe that this green box will hold regardless, okay? So I'm extremely interested in it under, I don't know, probably not 7,000. Who am I kidding, guys? It'll most likely be like, I'm guessing like 6,500, between like 550 and 650, like around those ranges. 550 and say 650, all right? Now, I took my fib extension to 61.8 once again, slightly above the 100 over here as well, and also above the 161.8 there as well. So I do believe that this coin's got a potential to do 468%. Time frame, I've got no idea, guys. I'm just guessing all of this. I don't really guess time frame, right? Or timeline. I more so just throw prices out there, because That's what I primarily focus on, because I react to market changes and conditions rather than specifically trying to pinpoint a time frame, right? So I just want to give you guys my quick thoughts on XVG and why I believe that this is going to be a very solid pick in 2018 as well, okay? So I hope that it has helped you in one way or another. If you guys have questions about it, post it on Steemit, right? The best place to ask me a question about a specific coin that I'm interested in or technical analysis is most likely Steemit, to be honest, because that's where the majority of it's a blog, right? I'm keeping it as a blog, and I actually answer every single question who talks on there. Or go to YouTube, where you guys can also ask questions as well. But I find that Steemit is more focused on the cryptocurrency community, whereas of course YouTube is just YouTube for you get a very different audience, right? Steemit's much more serious, put it that way. Their demographic is very different. And while you're there, I would also really appreciate that you guys upvote the content as well if it has helped you in any way. And also please like, subscribe, and share to all the material as well. And if you guys absolutely want to let me know I'm doing a great job, you're welcome to buy me a beer or, donate to the cryptocurrency piggy bank for Luna that goes to her vet bills. Other than that, I hope you guys have had an amazing January month. I've had a fantastic month, just to let you guys know. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, like I really do, because I want you guys to see what I see and know what I know, and the best reward over time. I'm corny, guys. I'm so corny. It's probably why I'm single. It's probably why I can't get a girl. I'm kidding. I'm not trying to get a girlfriend. Happy single, but I'm really corny, and I want you guys to know that the best reward at the end of 2018 year is going to know that many of you have succeeded. And if you have not succeeded, because sometimes people don't in their first year of trading, then the best reward, second best reward is going to be knowing that you've taken a lot away from my channel this year. And you guys have seen some of my calls that I've made. They're good, and of course some of them will be bad as well. And I hope you understand that we are traders. We try to profit over time. Without risk, there's no possibility of reward. But the important thing is that we try to win consistently more over time than we lose. Because this is a marathon, keep in mind. It's not a sprint, right? So other than that, guys, thank you very much for an amazing January. I have gotten to know so many of you guys in my channel. I look forward to seeing all of the comments, and I try my best to respond to every question and concern that comes up. And I definitely want to take all of your guys' consideration as well, and all your comments and feedback. And I want to make this channel a channel where we can come to, where we can rely on it. We can expect very good, reliable content that's unbiased. And the main goal is to look out for the cryptocurrency community and for you guys. So thank you for a wonderful January. You guys have started off my January month and 2018 year in the best possible way, and I'm super excited to deliver even better content in February. So guys, have yourselves an awesome... I'm so corny. I love you guys. I just want you guys to know that. Okay, I love you so much. Bye now. Take it easy.